Fisher. We got Claypole.
We got the stop. We're having some technical difficulties up here, but you never mind that. We're going to get things set up for here. We have Ethan and Tyler playing. I can't remember Ethan's last name.
Rapking.
Rapking. All right, yep. All right, so Ethan is playing Madcap Moon.
Yeah.
Which is sweet. And Tyler is playing, obviously,
Merfolk.
We're gonna let young Gorski get things updated for us here.
What is it? What's he playing?
It's called Madcap Moon. All right, Sean, what are we seeing here?
Well, so far we just had a Serum Visions. I saw...
Bunch of Cavern Souls.
Yeah.
There's a Silvergill at it.
Revealing Regery?
Looked like it. I wasn't...
Or a Harbinger.
Yeah.
Or the other. Oh, now we got a Mutavault. Oh, there's the Regery.
Alright, there we go. The fish are coming down.
See a Blood Moon over there in Ethan's hand.
Do you know much about Madcap Moon?
I'm not terribly familiar with it, but I'm assuming it is just a Blue Moon deck that's incorporated Madcap Moon and Platinum Imperion.
Pretty much, yeah. So you know me, Blood Moon's like one of my all-time favorite Magic cards, so I'm all about decks that use Blood Moon. I remember reading about Madcap Moon a few months ago and being like, oh, that's sweet, but I've never actually seen anybody use it. And I took a quick look through Ethan's deck, and it looks pretty sweet.
Looks like Tyler was able to draw an island, because before that he was actually locked out of blue mana thanks to that Blood Moon.
Yeah.
But looks like he got rid of...
now he got rid of Ethan's red mana.
Yeah, now he's stuck on only blue mana. And then a post-combat Smuggler's Copter comes down.
There we go. That will be a mountain for Ethan. Still has to pay 2 if he wants it to come in untapped. Actually, wait, didn't they change that ruling?
Yeah, I think they got rid of that rule.
They did change that rule. I don't know if Ryan knows about that. Because I think he just made him lose life.
That would be unfortunate.
Is
he just drawing islands off the top?
He might be. Oh, look.
He
says, thanks for that extra island. Now I can cryptic command you.
Convenient.
You know what? Let's pop down. Looks like we've got everything set up here. Good job, young Gorski, getting us caught up to speed here. Sean, do you feel okay giving a play-by-play while I go talk to Ryan real quick?
Sure.
All right.
Do that.
I will be right back. Sorry to throw you into the bus like that, but I'm going to go be the emissary of the rules, and I'm going to go check with Ryan real quick. I'll be right back, guys.
All right, it'll be a trial by fire.
Try and find out their records.
Yeah, they're probably 1-1 or 1-0. But looks like we got a Curse Catcher coming down on Tyler's side. Should be able to pilot that Smuggler's Copter. Looks like he may have something else before combat, though. Well, it's another Regery coming down.
I'm back.
Yep, looks like a Regery's coming down.
They're both 1-0. Okay.
Alright, so I conferred with Ryan. He does know about the rules change. That 2 damage came from something else. Probably an attack by that Silvergill Adept. And I'm just deaf, blind, and dumb and didn't catch it, I guess.
Ooh. Remand, putting that Regery back in Tyler's hand. It looks like he's going to activate that Smuggler's Copter, though, and get in with the Copter and the Silvergill.
Yep, here comes the looter scooter.
Let's see. He's looting this time.
Yep. I'm pretty sure the correct thing to do, unless you have 0 cards in hand, is to just always loot with the Copter. But that's just me.
Likely, yeah.
I'm a belligerent kind of guy. Alright. Ethan down to 5. That Blood Moon looked sweet, but there hasn't been a ton of follow-up.
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah, this looks like a Lord of Atlantis is going to come down. Ooh, a Spell Snare. Check that out. It's been a while since I've seen a Spell Snare. They kind of fell out of favor in the meta,
Yeah.
but I like that.
It's
All
like,
right, he's going to crew the copter. He's going to attack for lethal. What do we got? Ooh, a Snapcaster Mage. There we go. Going to tap
Probably gonna lightning
2
bolt.
blue. Lightning Bolt, yep. He says, all right, I'll pay for it. Whatever. I'll kill 2 of your creatures instead of just 1.
Yeah.
And we'll kill all 3. All right, and just like that,
The board is
Ethan
clear.
back in it. And Tyler says, well, that's all right. I have another helicopter.
Yeah. Now he's gotta find a pilot for that though.
Yep. Oh, but Ethan just drew a lightning bolt. So Ethan says, well, that's extra, all right, because I'll just zap it out of the skies. Oh,
And a click comes down.
Vendilion Click. And we got, what, 2 Mirror Readeries?
Is that 3 mirror region? No.
No.
It's still in the back. Is that a harbinger in the back?
That's a Harbinger of the Tides, yeah. I believe so. What do you take? Do you just not take anything?
I feel like I'd probably take a lord. Maybe.
No, I guess he just says,
Yeah.
alright, whatever. I'll bolt anything that moves. That's what he says. It'll probably be that helicopter.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's probably gonna have to.
Well, no, he can block the helicopter.
Yeah.
I'd probably zap the Readery. Looking through Ethan's deck, I believe he has 4 copies of Vendilion Click,
For real.
which is a lot. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. My eyes might have been deceiving me. There was a lot of shiny, fun-looking things in Ethan's deck, so I was just like, ooh, ooh, ooh. All right.
Looks like he picked up a cryptic command on his draw step.
Oh, love me those cryptic commands.
So-
I really like, and I know I've been talking to some people who do not agree with me, but I like the iconic Masters art for cryptic command a lot.
I have not seen it.
It's kind of just like a wizard-looking guy who's all wrapped up in like billowy cloth, and it's like filling up the whole frame, and he's just kind of like holding his hand out, and the cryptic command, the classic kind of glyph symbol, is just like coming out of his hand. He's just kind of being like, he's just kind of like a nope, nah, dude.
Oh, I'll have to take a look at it.
Yeah, that got new art, and Austere Command got new art. That one's
Austere.
okay.
Yeah, I think that's basically a commander card. I don't know.
Austere Command.
Yeah.
Well, so did you play back when like Lorwyn Shadowmoor
No, I
was
did
out?
not.
Oh wow, man, I feel so old when I.
I mean, I quit before that happened.
Oh, so you were on a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done the off again.
I think
on
I
again thing.
quit around Saviors of Kamigawa.
That's
around
when
the Kamigawa.
I quit around Kamigawa, and I came back at the tail end of Ravnica, and then caught Time Spiral, which is still one of my favorite blocks of all time. The block was so silly.
What is going to cast here?
All right. No, it looked like he spell snared a Silvergill Adept again.
Okay.
All these spell snares. Yeah, so they did, the Cryptic Command is not the only command from Lorwyn. There was Cryptic Command. There was one for each color. There was Cryptic Command, which was always clearly the best. Austere Command, which was always the second best. Profane Command, which during the time, during like Lorwyn Standard, was considered one of the best ones too. Primal Command.
I would play Primal
Yep,
Command.
and the red one, which we don't talk about. I don't know.
I
I can't remember.
I
I
actually
think it's
can't think of it.
Incendiary Command, maybe.
Probably. That sounds right.
But that one almost never gets used. Even in Standard when it got printed, it was like considered probably the worst one.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan says I gotta look at something here. Not sure what's happening.
It looks like he cast a Electrolyze targeting a Curse Catcher and Tyler 1-1. He sacked the Curse Catcher to counter it, but as long as he also targeted Claypole, it'll still resolve. That doesn't fizzle it completely. So if you want
Right.
to actually draw the card, you'll
Yeah,
need to pay another mana for it.
that's true. As long as if a spell has multiple targets, you need to have legal targets for all the targets when you cast it. But then once it's cast, it'll only fizzle if all of the legal targets somehow become illegal targets. Like if a creature dies, or if all the creatures die that you target. But yeah, that's the same deal with like Searing Blaze. That's a big question a lot of people have about Searing Blaze. That red burn spell a lot of the time.
Oh yeah.
All right, Tyler. Going down to 7 life here.
He has not been able to stick a creature.
No, Ethan really stabilized. I'm digging this blue moon, Madcap moon. I hope we see the Madcap combo at one point. That is a really hilarious combo. I used to, people used to do it in Ponza for a little bit. They toyed around with it, but I don't think that was necessarily always the best thing for that. Ooh. Master Waves for 2. Because he does have Spreading Seas out.
Yeah.
And what is that? That's
a
that charm, but I don't know what it does. Oh, draw 2, discard 2. I'd probably just discard those 2 lands.
What is it?
He drew 2 lands.
I think
and discarded 2 lands. He's going to do it again. Oh, a land and a Cryptic command. Well, you definitely want to keep the Cryptic.
Yeah, that is a great card.
Yeah, you maybe want to keep that land too. I don't know. This is a more controlling deck, so I imagine this is one of those decks where you probably want as many lands as you can get. Drawing 2 lands and keeping 2 lands a bit much, but I can't see what he discarded. Got a little bit of glare from the light. Oh,
2 Platinum Imperials.
Yeah, when you're playing Madcap Experiment, the one place you definitely don't want your Platinum Imperions is in your hand.
Yeah, no, it's not a good place for him. Do you know how many he plays? Does he only play 2?
I think he had 4.
4 Platinum Imperions?
Maybe not. Maybe I just thought he had 4 of everything because I was looking through it real quick.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot.
I guess 2 is more common.
Okay.
But he might have another one. Otherwise, I imagine he maybe would have wanted to keep 1 because eventually he'd be able to just hardcast it.
Yeah, maybe.
He's only 2 lands shy. All right, there's good old Cryptic Command. Tyler's just going to scoop.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, because he's dead.
Yeah.
Just counterspell type your team.
Yeah.
Kills him with the swing back.
Blood Moon. Well, I wouldn't say that the Blood Moon is necessarily the cause for this, but I was grabbing on Tyler a little bit because his older Merfolk list used to be very susceptible to Blood Moons. And I always joked with him that he was the only person I ever knew that had a Merfolk deck that could lose to Blood Moons. But he has changed it since then.
Well, during that game, he had multiple Merfolk get countered.
Yeah.
Through Spell Snare and the remands. So turning off those 2 Cavern of Souls he had was huge for Ethan.
Spell Snare big in this matchup, surprisingly.
Oh yeah, no, that card is amazing for the matchup, assuming he doesn't have a Aether Vial.
I will say, to Tyler's credit, he's been making some modifications to his Merfolk deck over the past couple weeks, and I like the direction he's taking a lot. I really like, personally,
the Looter Scooter.
Well, that's sweet in that, and I actually sold him a Vendilion Click of his own. I don't know if he's put it in his deck yet, but I do like Vendilion Click in the Merfolk deck a lot as well. But I really like the blue-green Merfolk deck that's come around.
Okay.
With some of the new Ixalan Merfolks.
Yeah. That list is a lot more aggressive, isn't it? A lot more like 1 and 2 drops.
Yeah, because you have there's a 1-drop that's the green one, and it's a 1/1. But as long as you have another Merfolk or just an island, it gets. I think it's like a Curd Ape almost. I think it's like +1/+2, or maybe +2/+1.
I think it's +1/+1.
You think it's just +1/+1? That could be the case, but yeah, a 2/2 for 1 though in a Merfolk deck is aggressive. And then they have the.
It's also a Merfolk. That's
yeah. Huge. And the other one, the Branch Walker, I can't remember if that's exactly its name, but it's basically, and I wasn't sold on that card, but I watched some YouTubers play it, and one guy summed up really well.
It's basically a Silvergull Adept?
It's basically like having 8 Silvergull Adepts, because what happens, it's a 2/1 for 2, it's green, and it explores. So Explorer is a kind of a cool ability, so if you hit a land, so when you explore, you reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land, you put it in your hand. If it's not, you can choose to put it on the bottom, I think. And then the creature that explores gets a +1/+1 counter. So
I think it's the graveyard.
Oh, it could be the graveyard. So essentially, you're either it's another Silvergull Adept that just draws you a land instead of another card, or it's a 3/2 for 2
That lets you scry one.
that lets you scry one, which is still really good.
Yeah.
So and they have collected company in that deck too.
Really?
Yeah, some of them do. I've seen a lot. Hey man, dude, collected company out a couple of lords.
that seems.
Yeah. I'm trying to get Tyler to do it, but he's a staunch
That seems rude.
mono blue only Merfolk player, but maybe he'll come around.
I don't know. That sounds interesting.
I've been watching a lot of people play the blue green Merfolk decks, and I think they look sweet. And I'm not a big Merfolk fan, but if I were gonna play Merfolk, that's the version I would be playing, just because it seems like a lot of fun to me.
Yeah, it does.
All right, both players settle up their sideboarding. I have no idea what's in Ethan's sideboard.
Yeah.
I imagine he's probably got some burn in his sideboard.
Probably some Anger of the Gods.
Yeah, I hope so.
I would have to assume.
Yeah.
So. Seems to be a great card for that
Yeah.
deck.
Tyler, I imagine, probably boarded in probably just his counterspell suite.
Yeah.
I can't really see him bringing in anything else.
I don't know what his counterspell suite is. I know he has spell pierces.
He has spell pierces, and maybe it's just spell pierces. We were talking about remands the other day, but I don't think he was talking about using them for something else other than his Merfolk deck, I believe. So I don't think he's got those.
Looks like Ethan's going down to 5.
Well, he's up a game, so I guess if you're gonna mull the 5, this would be the best time to do it. I hate the feeling of having to mull the 5.
Yeah.
As a rule, I will not go to 4 either, even if I have the worst 5. And it's probably not very smart to not ever go to 4, but I have gone to 4 in the past, and it's just going to 4, especially with the decks that I like to play.
Yeah.
You might as well just scoop on the spot. You play it out, I guess. You can kind of get them to play some of their cards and figure out what they're gonna do. But
yeah, it looks like he kept his 5.
Yeah.
Scried an op to the top.
Well, there you go. That might help curve things out a little bit. What do you think? Does Tyler curse catch the opt? That'd be super aggressive.
Yeah, it would.
It'd be kind of funny though. All right, he's probably, I imagine, gonna fetch and opt on Tyler's end step. That's a nice looking land right there. All right, there's a Lord of Atlantis. I can't tell what that.
Uncounterable. Oh, Keranos.
Is that Keranos?
That is
Keranos. Man, Keranos is like one of my favorite.
There it goes.
God cards. All right, Ethan's going to drop to 19 to fetch a basic island and do some opting. I recently tossed 2 ops into my Storm deck. I'm toying around with those. Right now I'm on 2 ops and a Peer Through Depths. I'm not sure if I might toy with those numbers a little bit the more I play with it, might tweak them, but it's been okay so far. I haven't minded.
Yeah. I know when I played that Just Guy stack, as soon as the opt became legal, I put 4 in mine.
Yeah. Oh, Just Guy Geist. That's a deck I like a lot.
Yes. Every card in that deck became instant speed other than the Geist itself.
Yeah.
It felt really
It's basically
fun to
like
play.
Just Guy Flash, but then you're like, yeah, but Geist is just an awesome creature, so why not?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Ethan plays a Sulfur Falls, right? That's what that card's called?
Yeah, Sulfur Falls.
Yeah, and then passes his turn. Here comes more Curse Catchers.
Yeah.
And he's going to swing in for 4. Ethan's going to drop to, should be 13. And he's going to play
Steam
a tapped Steam Vents.
There's one of those spell pierces in Tyler's hand.
Oh, yeah.
So he's going to try to leave a blue up, definitely.
And there's Maraudry.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it is.
That's 6, 9. That's 9. That's going to drop him to 4.
Should be?
Should be 4. Yep, there we go. All right. Tyler remembered. He said, don't try to cheat on me, man.
Yeah.
Get that life total down there.
Oh, no.
I wonder if he's got a Cryptic in hand. Cryptic tap draw.
It's going to get spell. Yeah. He's going to Cryptic tap draw, and it's going to get spell pierced.
I mean, he can even just Curse Catcher it.
Yeah.
with one of them. He's got a million ways out of this.
Yeah.
As a spell pierce, I imagine. Yep. All right, on to game 3. Man, rough. Having to roll the 5.
Yeah, multipliers are. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
all year, like, a probably 30% chance to win at best. Like,
Yeah. All right, let's hope for a great
Game 3.
game 3. I want to see all the back and forth.
I want to see some fried fish. Might just because I'm hungry, but
Curtis and I have had many a discussion about Kozilek's return.
uh-huh.
And when I was running Panza, I started running a Kozilek's return or 2 on my sideboard. And I love that card. That card is super fun. When I was playing in the SCG Open in Baltimore, I managed to I got one over on a burn player who was about to kill me. Thanks to Kozilek's return. Let him dump all his creatures on like turn 3 and attack me. And I was like, I have an instant speed sweeper. But Tyler, as a Merfolk player, understandably hates that card. It's one of the few things you could have that will kill a Master of Waves. Assuming he's not being pumped by Lord.
Yeah, I'm actually a fan of it for Legacy.
Oh, yeah?
Especially in my Sneak and Show list, I have, I think, a couple of them in there.
Yeah.
To deal with death attacks to get around Mother Runes.
Right, yeah. Well, yeah, the fact that it's colorless tends to be one of the reasons why it's so good. Having it be instant speed is sweet, too.
Yeah.
But that's a card I definitely doesn't see as much play as I think it deserves, but...
Like there's a lot of lands.
Yeah.
Maybe? He's got 3 lands.
He's got Spreading Seas. There's an Opt on the Incept, going to scry to the bottom. Drew a land. He probably didn't even want that land, but now he's got it.
2 Master Waves in his hand? Did he draw a 3rd one?
He may have. There's a Silver Gale. Going to reveal Master Waves. Yep.
Drew another Spreading Seas.
Drew Spreading Seas.
Yeah, I think there's one in the back. Yeah.
There is going to be...
Oh, he only has 2. My mistake. There is the Merfolk, I think the Pearl Trident?
Maybe.
I don't know the name.
There is a Minamo.
It's a 2-drop Lord there.
Oh, yeah, Master of the Pearl Trident. Looks like he had 2 of those.
Yeah.
All right, there's Master of the Pearl Trident. Will we see a counter spell? Maybe a Spell Snare. Maybe a...
Electrolyze.
He is going to electrolyze...
The Silver Gill.
Looks like he's going to send 1 at the Silver Gill and 1 at Tyler.
Yep.
Yep, so that's going to take Tyler down to 19. Ethan fetching basics here. Must be still expecting a Blood Moon sooner or later. That looks like a Snapcaster Mage?
Yeah, I think it's Drew one of those.
Alright.
Really could use a Lightning Bolt to pair with that guy.
Yeah. Alright, there's another. Oh, he's got Cryptic up now.
He's also got a Spell Snare, it looks like.
Oh, there's the Madcap experiment. So, for anybody who doesn't know what Madcap experiment is, it's a 4-mana sorcery.
Does he have the Spell Pierce? I don't think he does.
No.
Nope.
So you reveal. Oh, wow, that
Didn't
was right
take long at all.
So you reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal an artifact, and then you put it on the battlefield, and then you lose life equal to the number of cards that you reveal. But Platinum Empyrean, when it's on the battlefield, says your life total can't change. So when you play Madcap Experiment, the only artifact you have in your deck is Platinum Empyrean, so that no matter what you do, you're basically getting an 8/8 for 4 mana, and you're not taking any damage. And until they deal with it, they can't do anything to you.
Yeah.
And I wonder if Tyler boarded in any artifact hate or not, because we didn't see it in either of the first 2 games. And I don't think he typically only has a Hercules recall as any kind of artifact hate, but
yeah, I don't think he can actually kill artifacts.
Nope. And Tyler going to drop to 11 there. Man, in Platinum Empyrean, he can just attack with impunity. And he never has to worry about blocking or anything like that for as long as it's on the battlefield because his life total can't change.
Yeah.
He's like, attack me all you want. I won't even block him because they
No.
just can't do damage to me.
Yeah, his only concern, I think, will be a Harbinger of the Tides to bounce it back to his hand. I think that's the only real way that he has to deal with it.
Yeah. And Ethan can just sit on a counter spell for that.
Yeah, although
he's going to counter the Curse Catcher and draw. All right, stay ahead of it. Counter your weird counter-spelling fish. There's another Madcap experiment. They can't cast because he doesn't have red mana right now.
Oh, man.
But Tyler down to 3. Gonna have to start chumping with his Merfolk soon.
Yeah. He's got to get some more Merfolk into play. Is that a rejury?
That's a rejury.
Yeah. Looks like this rejury is going to fall into the bus.
Nope. He says no blocks, but I will snap back.
And opt, looking for red mana.
And opt. Yeah, probably.
Pretty sure he's got a lightning bolt in hand.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
Yeah, he's just looking for red
Yeah,
source.
he just needs the red mana.
Oh, I think I saw an anger. Yep.
Yeah, and a spell snare.
He's got a lot of red cards in his hand for.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he can attack there, force a block. And Gorski, let's hit the refresh button there. It looks like on our screen, Tyler's name blanked out for some reason.
Yeah.
So, there we go. All right, we're good. There's a
Master.
decent number of chump blockers, basically.
For 3?
For 1, 2, 3, 4.
4? Did I miss one?
Well, the master.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So that'll be 4 little Squirtles that are just going to be unsanctimoniously sacrificed to this giant metal golem thing. Oh, there's red mana. He says, "I'll shock it in. It can't even shock me because my Platinum Empyrean." Oh, there's a bolt. And Ethan is going to take the win with Madcap Moon. I like it. Straight to the point with that bolt. He's like, "Yeah, I've got it." All right, we have 23 minutes left on the clock. They started a little late, so we'll go down. We'll take a look. We'll see if we can get another match for this round, but
we can try.
We'll try,
We'll see
but
if we can get one.
I probably doubt that we'll find one, but we'll try. So sit tight. We'll either be back with another match for round 2, or we will be back at the start of round 3. Stick with us, guys.
I'm